Okay, for everybody that didn't know, I had an opportunity to go down to Orlando, Florida, and instead of going to do the crazy stuff that all tourists do, we decided to go thrifting. So I have some pieces here that I wanted to show you on my thrift journey in Orlando, Florida. Okay, I've kind of pushed everything off to the side. Let's go ahead and get started. I picked up these two bangles because I was kind of hoping that maybe they were gold filled. They definitely have the weight of gold, um, but they are not. But they are gorgeous bangles, really good condition. If anybody's interested in these, I'm going to sell them for $3. So these were the two bracelets I picked up thinking maybe they were going to be sterling. Um, this one ended up not being sterling, but if anybody's interested in this one, I don't know if I'm going to sell these yet because I think I'm going to do a video on how to clean up your Alex and Ani bracelets. But this one is sterling. So, 50-50 shot. Uh, this one is sterling. This one is not. Next, I have this amazing sparkly uh, tie for women with all the rhinestones. Excellent condition, super, super sparkly. No gold, no loss on the back. So, I mean, I like this for especially for an office setting. I just think it adds a little bit of elegance for women in the office. But if anybody's interested in this, I'm going to do it for $10. Next, I have a Brighton uh, bracelet. I did not know that Brighton made bracelets. Obviously, you can see it right there. There's the B for Brighton. This one has a little cross with a rhinestone. This does unhook, and what I like about this is that you can add charms to it if you wanted to. I think most of Brighton's jewelry is silver plated. So I will also include this in the video when I'm cleaning up the bracelets. Hopefully we can get a little bit of a shine off of that. I did pick up a couple statement necklaces. Loved them. So this one is in a rose gold tone. It's like a light rose gold tone. These are acrylic. There are 4 chains on here, one with round beads, one with cabochons. This chain matches the top and then a smaller chain. And I think these would be Cuban link, if I'm not mistaken. But I loved the peach color of this, and the necklace was in such good shape. There is no tone loss to this at all. Um, so I was like, yeah, this is a pretty good statement necklace. Absolutely gorgeous. If anybody's interested in this, I'm going to do it for $10. I have glass lampwork beads bracelet with little matching earrings. And of course, there I got it because there is a little ladybug on the charm for the bracelet. Um, I do not believe that is sterling. It has not been tested. It is not marked. So I'm gonna say that it's not. But I thought that this was a really cute color of bracelet. Looks like it's got little moons on it. Obviously the lampwork beads. Just really pretty. Crackle stones. So if anybody's interested in this, I'm going to do it for $7. Here is another statement necklace. This one is actually Banana Republic. Now, this is in also excellent condition. Um, Here is the Banana Republic sign or symbol. The gold tone is in great condition, lobster clasp. But the reason I picked this up was because of the green stones. I am a huge fan of the color green. Anytime I see something that's green and sparkly, I'm going to always take a second look. So if anybody's interested in this, I am going to do this for $8. I also picked up these two necklaces. Now, I'm not a fan of this type of rope. I would say that they're in pretty good condition. If it were me, though, I would definitely take them off of this. So it's possible that I have two silver chains that I can put these on, but these are glass. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but they're glass, and I love these style of pendants. I think they're great for layering. So if anybody's interested in one of these, I'm going to do them for $4 each. If you would like a sterling silver chain, that's depending on the thickness of the chain, it's going to be anywhere between $5 and $10 more. But I can add a sterling chain. You just have to let me know. Next, I picked this up. So this is a spring ring. It is a gold tone. There is a little bit of tone loss on it, not too much, but I picked it up because I thought maybe these little beads here would be jade. This is bamboo, and it is a beautiful mother of pearl necklace, almost a keshi style. Um, but I mean, the colors on it are amazing. I did test it. These are acrylic. But again, beautiful, beautiful necklace. So if anybody's interested in this, I'm going to do this necklace for $4. Now, I was excited to get this piece. This is a vintage piece. It is actually an Emmons. I do have another piece of Emmons jewelry, and I haven't decided if I would put this with that or not. But to get a piece of Emmons that is in this good of a condition is really good. None of the stones are yellowing. I mean, it really is the gold tone. It needs a wipe down, but the gold tone on it is excellent. Here is the Emmons. Oop, let me see if I can get that. Do I have it upside down? Yes, I do. Here is the Emmons tag. Hopefully you can see that. Um, but I just thought it was gorgeous. This would be great. And it's got a nice weight to it, guys. I can't say that enough. Shepherd's hook, pretty long extender on it. But if anybody's interested in this without the earrings, let's go ahead and do this for $10. I did pick up a crystal necklace. This does feel like glass. It does test as glass. I have so many of these, but the reason that I picked this one up in particular was because there isn't really an AB coating on these. And so anytime there's not an AB coating, I always like to test it for like a lead crystal. Unfortunately, this is not a lead crystal. It is a barrel clasp. The barrel clasp does work. They are glass beads. This needs to be tucked in, but it does look like they repaired it here. So these would be great for restringing. Definitely vintage. If anybody's interested in this, I'm going to do it for $7. I did pick up another statement necklace. Now, this is a loft, and I usually don't pick up loft necklaces, but this one caught my eye because of these little opalite beads, which are all in fashion right now. I mean, they're just super fashionable. It does have a lobster clasp. It is a silver tone, and it does have 3 chains on it. You can see that there are some glass beads on here, some wood. This may be a clay opalite beads, and I love these little silver tones. It's almost like the bead is wrapped in silver beads. So I thought that this was really nice. If anybody is interested in this, let's see, there's the loft. If anybody's interested in this, let's go ahead and do this for $5. Excellent condition, guys. Now, I did see a Talbot's necklace, and I just thought it was super funky. It has the little, cabochons. This almost looked like a milk glass, which is why I picked it up because I thought, "Ooh, that looks like milk glass." Here is the Talbot symbol. The enameling on the flowers is in excellent, excellent condition. These are all acrylic. These are not. These are metal, but these are acrylic, and these right here are acrylic. And I believe the centerpiece of this is acrylic. But you will see on the back, I mean, it's in excellent, excellent condition. So if anybody's interested in the Talbot's statement necklace, I am going to do this for $10. Absolutely gorgeous. I picked up these. Uh, it is not marked on here 925, but I took a chance on it um, because it looked like 925. It looked like it had patina on it. It had a little bracelet with it. I did test these and they are not sterling, but I do have some pendants that could go on these chains. So for right now, these are not for sale, but you can never have enough chains, especially with some of the pendants that we see. Next, I picked up a Sugar Fix. Um, I actually really like Sugar Fix's jewelry. This is Sugar Fix. I do have a few pairs of earrings by Sugar Fix. The gold tone is in excellent condition on this, and I absolutely loved the tassel. I mean, it's got movement to it. It's sparkly. I mean, it's just a really nice layering piece. It's actually quite long. If anybody's interested in this, let me know. I don't really want to go measuring everything, but if you're interested in a piece, definitely email me and I'll be more than happy to provide you the specs. This is actually 15 inches. Again, excellent condition. Loved it. Sugar Fix. And I'm going to do this one for $9. Then I picked up this glass bead necklace. Um, these, I don't know if they're glass. That almost looks like, oh, it's got to be some type of a clay, but there are some clay and glass beads on here. I mean, look at that, you guys. Isn't that awesome? Some different style glass beads, and here is a wedding cake bead. If anybody doesn't know what the Murano wedding cake beads look like, it usually has the gold drizzle on it. These are flowers and the blue dots. That is reminiscent of a Murano glass bead. Now, I don't know if this is Murano glass because if you look in there, see how white it is? I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that a Murano glass bead? And then, of course, the statement piece, this beautiful glass butterfly. I do see a lot of the glass pendants I do see a lot of the glass pendants and they're gorgeous. I love the glass pendants, some of the designs that they have, but I've never seen a butterfly. So I thought that that was really interesting. It does have a gold tone lobster clasp. Definitely a cool piece. If anybody's interested in this, I'm going to do it for $10. I do have a cha-cha bracelet. I don't know if you guys can hear that. This is in excellent condition. These are faux pearls, but these are glass uh, beads. There might be some acrylic on here. I'm not sure. Maybe they are acrylic. I don't know, but they feel amazing. This is a pretty heavy bracelet on here. And it looks like I got a little bead stuck in there. I will definitely, oh, there we go. Get that out. But what I also loved about this is a Premier Designs, but I loved the design of the clasp on this. I just thought it was very intricately done. I did actually test this for silver before I saw the Premier Designs logo, and let's just make sure you guys can see that. There's Premier Designs. That's their logo. Um, Gorgeous bracelet, cha-cha. I love cha-cha jewelry. So if anybody's interested in this, I'm gonna do this for $10. Next, I have this uh, little beaded necklace. I believe that these are acrylic. I don't believe that these are real. No. I believe that these are glass. They're in a silver tone, but this end cap is sterling silver. And it's a high content of silver because when I did it with the sterling silver acid, it came up as a bright red. So it's a lot of silver in there. But I just thought it was gorgeous. Oh, sorry, got my hair. But if anybody's interested in this, I'm going to do it for $7. Then I found this and I just loved it. This is not sterling silver. It is not marked, but look at the stones in this. Now these are, I think that these are a dyed howlite. And there's a number of different things that you can look at to see if they are a dyed howlite. Let's see if we can look. Um, One thing is if it is white inside, it would be a dyed howlite. But also when you're looking at the beads, if you see any white areas, for example, if you see any white areas like this is a sign that it's dyed. And if you look carefully and inspect, you can see that there are some white marks on here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Um, Another thing, this is tiger's eye, but another thing I actually learned from another YouTuber just the other day, as a matter of fact. So this is a shout out to Shady NY. Definitely check out her channel. But if you test these on the Presidium, which is right here, if you test these on a Presidium and it actually moves on the Presidium, then they are stone and they are not turquoise because apparently turquoise does not register. See the white in there, guys? Anywhere where there's like cracks where you can see some type of white, that's a sign that usually it's a dyed stone. These little beads look wooden, but let's go ahead and test it on the Presidium just so that you can see uh, what it looks like or how I'm testing it um, before I go to sell any of my pieces. So we're just waiting for this to warm up. It'll take just a couple more seconds here. All right. So you can see here, if I click on it, see how it moves up? That would tell me that it wasn't turquoise. This is a genuine tiger's eye, and it's a beautiful pendant. So that's just so you can kind of see what I do. If anybody is interested in this, again, it's absolutely stunning. I think it would be hard to tell that this wasn't turquoise, with the exception of a couple little white spots. But if anybody's interested in this, I'm going to go ahead and do that for $8. So, guys, I picked this up. This is actually marked Tasco silver, but let me show you. I did try to uh, look this up. I picked it up for the very simple fact that it had all of these markings in it. So chances are this would have been sterling. Unfortunately for me, I tested it and it is not sterling, and I am devastated. I actually paid up for this. I'm not even going to tell you guys what I paid. It does look amazing. I'll probably end up keeping it, but if anybody's interested in this, I'm going to do it for $25. So that is less than what I paid for it. I'm not sure if that's Dragon's Breath. It might be. Very sturdy bracelet. I doubled, triple tested it. It is not sterling. So if anybody's interested in this, I'm letting it go for $25. Then I picked up these four little crosses. So this is a blue sandstone, not an actual stone. Uh, it it is man-made. There is also a gold stone, but this is the blue version, which I always liked the blue version better. And then I have these three little, I believe that this may be a Dalmatian um, jasper. I'm not sure. There's actually a couple different ones, and people call it different things. But look at the designs on these, you guys. Aren't those gorgeous? I mean, totally unique. Each piece is totally unique. Um, if anybody's interested in any of these, I'm going to sell them for $3 a piece. If you would like me to put a sterling chain on it, it would be $13, because the chains, I would probably put the more thicker chain on these. So $3 if you want just one of the crosses, or $13 if you want me to add a sterling chain. And you just let me know if you'd like me to do that. I did pick up this little ring. Um, I love these types of rings. I did not clean this. It is marked inside with a B in China. It is not marked 925. I did test it. It is not 925. Um, but it is a Eternity band. I think I can clean this up to look really good. The gold tone on it is really good. Not a lot of wear, maybe a little bit of wear just on these very edges up here, but you can barely see it. Beautiful ring, all the stones are there. If anybody is interested in this, I'm going to do it for $5. I also picked up a pair of earrings that I thought were possibly designer earrings. Unfortunately, they're not. They are clip-ons. They're pretty heavy, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. They're pretty substantial. But if anybody is interested in the clip-on earrings with a little bit of, it almost is a gold tone on the little bubbles. I did test them for sterling. They are not sterling. If anybody's interested in these, I'm going to do them for $3. I picked up this little brooch thinking maybe it was milk glass. It is not. It is acrylic. It is not sterling. The clasp does work. If anybody's interested in this, I'm going to do it for $2. Now, one of the little pearls actually popped out of this yesterday. See that? This is vintage. Um, it almost looked like it had a gold plating to it. Now, I highly doubt that. It does have a clasp if you want to wear it as a pendant. I am going to glue the pearl back in, so it will be fixed. Now, you may see a little bit of verdigris around there. I am going to get that off because it is a vintage brooch, but I thought it was beautiful. Really liked it. Very unique. So if anybody's interested in this, I am going to fix it. I'm going to sell this for $5. Those are acrylic. Next, I bought this pair of earrings. And when I first saw them, I saw them, they were in a bag, so I couldn't really see the earrings, but these are beautiful. So this top little piece here is stoned and it does shift. It does move. You can see it kind of moves in and out. Um, but then it had these are almost like an opalite. I don't know if they're opalite. I think they're just acrylic, but they're gorgeous. I mean, they're just stunning. Gold tone is in excellent condition. I would say that these, just looking at them, they've probably never been worn. If anybody's interested in these, I'm going to do these for $6. Now, I did pick this up. These are real pearls. These are some type of metal. It is a stretchy necklace. And these are little, I believe that these are glass. I could be wrong on that. Yeah. It barely registers, but they are like a glass. This is a pretty heavy piece considering, but definitely great for crafting if you are looking to make necklaces with real pearls. Um, Beautiful piece. If anybody's interested in this, I'm going to do it for $3. Just the real pearls alone are worth that. I did pick up a Jaws necklace. I am not selling this piece. I'm actually keeping it for myself. It is Universal Studios, but I am a Jaws fanatic through and through. And so, yeah, I'm going to keep that piece. That was the piece I wanted to keep. Then I have this little bracelet. I mean, it is gorgeous. Let me see if I can fit this on. Look at that, you guys. Look at the tennis bracelet. It is adjustable here, so you can do the chain and make it tighter. It is in excellent condition. I do not know if this is sterling. It is not marked that I can see, but it's in gorgeous condition. If anybody is interested in this, I'm going to do it for $8. Looks brand new. Then I have this little vintage turtle red cabochon brooch. It is a C clasp, so you can see that right there. Somebody did try to clean it. I will get that out. It was also listed as sterling. I tested this. It is not sterling. So because of the clasp on this, I'm going to guess that this is probably like a 1910, 1920. Does look like lucite to me. And you can't see it on here, but it is like a deep wine red cabochon. Um, So I will clean that up. If anybody is interested in the vintage turtle brooch, and he does have little red marks on his eyes, one of them at least. I don't know if you can see that. I think the other one's lost out. If it were me, I'd paint those green, but that's just me. If anybody's interested in this, I'm going to go ahead and do this vintage brooch for $20. Gorgeous. Would have been better if it was sterling, but we cannot always win. Next, I have a pair of screwback earrings. Uh, they almost look like carnelians. I do not know if they are carnelian. No, I believe they are just acrylic. But what fascinated me about these is that they are marked Napier. Um, Most of the Napier jewelry that I've seen, I mean, I'm sure there's silver pieces out there, but I rarely come across silver pieces. And with the little red stones, I just thought that from a geometric standpoint, they were gorgeous. So if anybody's interested in the Napier earrings, really good condition, I'm going to go ahead and do these for $5. No, let's do them for $4. Next, I have these earrings. Now, I know that they're not real gold. I did test them just to double verify, but they're not real gold. But these to me look like rubies. So let's go ahead and bring this in and see if we have rubies. It does go up to the ruby line. Let's check this one. This one does not. These are real stones. If I had to guess, I don't know if there is a red topaz, so I don't know what type of stones these are. But look, guys, they're gorgeous. Excellent condition, no loss in the gold tone. Beautiful, especially if you're a fan of ruby. Although one kind of goes up to the ruby, but the other one doesn't. So if anybody's interested in these, I will go ahead and do them for $5. I bought this little pair of umbrella earrings. Okay, first off, they're green. So, of course, I'm going to love them. They are, you know what they look like to me? They look like Shrinky Dinks. If anybody's familiar with Shrinky Dinks, let me know in the comments. But this is what they look like. They look like Shrinky Dinks. How they got them into that shape, I have no idea. The earring pieces on this are not great, but I can put new bits on if anybody's interested in this. I can put new hooks on. And I am going to do these for $4 because I thought they were that unique. I love them. I did get another pair of earrings. Now, these are for pierced ears. They are silver tone. It does look like there is abalone in there, but what they did was they have the piece of abalone and then they put like an acrylic. See that over the top? And it just gave it a really pretty design. I do not believe any of these rhinestones are glass. I believe it is all acrylic, but I thought that they were just gorgeous. Very unique. I haven't seen much like this before, so I did pick those up. If anybody's interested in these, they are going to be $4. I also picked up two little pens that were on the same card. Now, this one I thought could be gold and silver. Really nicely done. when I flipped it over, it does say Avon in there. You can see it right there, Avon. This one is not, and it is not marked, but they are both in really good condition. If anybody's interested in the pins, I'm going to sell them for $2 a piece. If not, they're going to go into a pin lot that I have. And I'm collecting a lot of different pins, and I'm just going to do one big pin lot. I found these fun earrings. Um, I don't know what it is about them. These are actually, there are pave rhinestones, and look at the, isn't that cool? I don't know. There was just something about them, you guys. These are silver tone. They do not look worn to me at all. They look brand new. If anybody's interested in these, I'm going to do them for $3. I did pick up this little necklace. Now, I knew that this wasn't gold. Well, I thought maybe it could have been 925 because of the back. See how it's all open? I mean, it's very nicely made. I did test this. Uh, it is not sterling, and it does have a little rhinestone. So this is hooked up right here. I have to unhook it, but it's a wide drop. Um, and I just thought it was gorgeous. Look at that, guys. It is a beautiful, beautiful layering piece. It is in excellent, excellent condition. Can be cleaned because of the open back. If you didn't watch my cleaning video, I don't know how to put it in here, but I'll figure it out. Go back on my channel because I have a cleaning video on how to clean the open back stones. If anybody is interested in this, excellent condition, lobster claw clasp. I am going to do this for $5. Now, I did pick this up. um, and I'm always looking, especially if I see any necklaces that are considered liquid silver. So these are considered liquid silver, or a liquid silver necklace. It does have some patina on it. It is a barrel clasp, so I know it's a little bit older. And when I looked at the necklace, I saw that on the back it was marked 925. Hold on, let me get in close. See that right there? 925. And it did come with a pair of little earrings. Now, the little earrings on the back are not marked 925. At least I can't see if they're 925. So I did test this. The necklace is sterling. These little round pieces are sterling, and the hooks are marked, and they do test as sterling. These earrings actually came with, let me find the other one. I got it here somewhere. Well, there's two of these. And so the earrings were actually hooked in here. Um, oop, like so. I I took them out, but they are short. So I can send you new ear wires if you're interested. I don't know if I have any sterling ones, but I'm happy to send new ear wires. I will also send you these little clips that go with it. I believe that I would love to say that this is a native piece. These little pieces down here are not sterling. Those little metal pieces, I did test those, but the rest of it is. If anybody is interested in the little earrings and the necklace, I'm going to go ahead and do these for $20. So if there's anybody interested, $20, and you will get everything. I also picked up this little cabochon, um, thinking maybe it was turquoise. I can see the back of the stone in there. I don't know if you can see it. There is a knot in this, and I will get that out. This is a lobster clasp, but it is not sterling. It says 925, but this chain is not sterling. But this is sterling. So I did test this. There's the 925 mark. And what was interesting is when I went to test this, it doesn't react. So it could just be acrylic. I can't say for sure if it is a I don't know if you can see underneath there. I can't say for sure that that is a piece of turquoise. But the pendant is sterling, the necklace is not. If anybody's interested in this, I'm going to do it for $10. I did pick up this little pair of earrings. So that does look like turquoise to me. Let's go ahead and test it on the Presidium. Does not react. Oh, it does react. So maybe it is not uh, turquoise, but these are marked on the back, Sterling and JC. So whenever you see this style of script for Sterling, I'm not going to say every time they're going to be Native American, but there's a good chance that they are Native American if they have that script of Sterling on the back. These are marked JC. I am going to look those up. But if anybody is interested in these, they are sterling. I am going to do these for $20. Beautiful. And I will research to see if it is, if I can find the silversmith for it. This is a little gold tone brooch with two birds. I picked this up because this is considered moonstone thermoset or a lucite. I was hoping this would be a little bit of an older brooch, but I don't know if it is. It is in excellent condition. There is a mark in here, but it's just a pattern, so I don't know. Now, if anybody's familiar, Trifari did a line of jewelry called the Jelly Bellies. Trifari is the only one that has the official Jelly Bellies. This is not marked Trifari, so I'm guessing they're not Jelly Bellies. I do have one that is official from Trifari, but I just thought they were beautiful, great little brooch. If anybody's interested in this, I'm going to do it for $4. I did pick up a piece of gold. So here is the little hat that I picked up, and it was $49.99, and it came on this chain. When I looked at the chain, I realized that it was not gold. So I knew that right off the bat from buying the piece that the chain was not real gold. But I did find a 14 karat symbol on the back of this, so I took a chance. Um, I did pay $49.99, and I was very surprised. I was hoping that it would be at least a gram. So a gram right now is going to be about $77. And so when I weighed it, it came out to 1.3 grams. I don't know if it'll even show. It is 1.3 grams. It's because I'm lifting it up. Um, so when I looked that up with the spot price, it ends up being about $100 worth of 14 karat gold. So I did get a good deal on the gold piece. I wasn't too concerned about it would have been nice if this had been 14 karat gold, but Very rarely do I find pieces of gold, and this did look heavy. I actually, kind of felt it in my hand. Uh, but I got a good deal on this. I paid 49.99 and it's worth about $100. So great find. If anybody's interested in this, I will sell it for spot. So right now the spot was, I think it was like $77 yesterday. So if anybody's interested in 1.3 grams of 14 karat gold, I did acid test this. It is 14 karat gold. I will do it for $100. If not, I will take that to my gold person and they will I'll do it through them. I found this Art Deco brooch and I was like, "Oh my God, that is amazing." I thought that these were real stone or glass. They are not. So I believe this is a lucite. I believe that this is probably from about the 1920s. The clasp on it is super old. This does work. There you go. Just want to make sure I'm not breaking it. I thought that maybe this could have been 10 karat gold or sterling silver. There are no marks in it. It is not. It is actually a pot metal. But I will tell you, I have a brooch very similar to this that is 10 karat gold. So you always want to check when you see brooches like this. Regardless, this is a gorgeous brooch. I am going to clean it. I am going to clean the stones. You can see how dusty they are. And this is going to shine up like nothing I've ever seen. So I will put a little thing where I clean this and show you guys what it looks like. It is a gorgeous brooch. If anybody is interested in this 1920s, early 1920s, because this was the Art Deco area, I will do this for $30. It is very normal to see, especially Victorian pieces in a pot metal. I believe that this is a pot metal. It is not magnetic. $30. I picked up this little ring that I thought was just sweet. Goes all the way around. Just a gorgeous little ring. I did notice on the inside of it that it was marked China and 925. It does have all of its rhinestones. This is not sterling. I double checked it. So if anybody's interested in this beautiful little ring, and I gotta say, guys, it is very well made. If you look inside, it is well made. If anybody's interested in this, I'm gonna sell it for $5. Costume piece. I do have a silver chain that I got. This is an example of a silver chain that I would put if you ask for like one of the crosses. This is the type of chain I would probably put on it, like a box chain. This one is sterling. It did test as sterling. Then I have these little citrine earrings. I think they are beautiful. So these aren't a strong yellow. These are actually almost like a canary yellow. I believe that Cartier calls them canary yellow diamonds. Well, they're actual yellow diamonds, but canary yellow. And I like that for citrine. You can get really dark citrine or you can get really light citrine. You can even get green citrine. So if you come across some of those light green stones and it's testing under the amethyst citrine, you may have a green citrine on your hands, which are actually pretty rare. Um, these are gorgeous. They are sterling. I will add backs to them. If anybody is interested in these beautiful little studs, I'm going to sell these for $5. I also picked up this little pair of earrings. I don't know what made me pick them up. I thought maybe on the back they could have been sterling. They look like maybe there was a gold vermeil on them at one point. So I did pick them up in the hopes that they were sterling. They are not sterling. So if anybody would like these, I'm going to do these for $1 and I will provide backs. Or not metal backs, but I will provide the silicone backs for them. So these are $1. I also picked this up. This says Sarah. And I really thought that maybe this was going to be gold. I did test it. I do not believe that this is gold. Um, I might have to do just another quick test. Here, let me get my. This is my key gold tester. We're going to go ahead and turn it on and let's just see if this is gold. It is not. So if anybody is interested in this, you're going to need a couple pins for it. Very lightweight, excellent, excellent condition. I will do this for $2. I did pick up this little charm. I do not know. I haven't tested this yet to see if it is sterling. It is marked on the very end of the tail there. I don't know if you can see that. But I will test it. I think that this probably is sterling, but I'll double test it to make sure and I'll let you know on the screen. And last but not least, I think this was probably my most favorite purchase while I was in Orlando, Florida. This is a screw barrel clasp, so it is vintage. These are so I Google Lens these, and the Google Lens came up and said that they were vintage or antique Murano glass. Now, I've never seen the Murano glass with little green flowers on them. I've always seen like the wedding cake beads. So I don't know, guys. It has a beautiful weight to it. The length on this is actually gonna be about 11 and a half. I'm gonna do a little bit more research on this before I price it, because this may be a little bit rarer of Murano glass. Um, and you can tell, like, they're not the same shape. They're like off center. The Murano beads are not really all the same shape, which means, you know, there are factory ones and then there's hand blown glass. These could be hand blown glass beads. Anyway, thought it was super cool. I'll do some research on it. If anybody's interested in this, you can definitely reach out to me. But I'm not sure yet. I want to just get a little more information on the types of beads that these are. So that is it, guys. That is all I have for today. Um, these were the pieces that I picked up in thrift shops. So I bought the pieces individually. Now, I do have another unboxing. I walked into a thrift shop called the Russell House down in Orlando, Florida. Alvin is the manager there. And he had a huge box of jewelry sitting on the counter that they were starting to go through. And I asked him, I said, how much would you sell all of this jewelry for? And he said, well, I'm not really sure. And he said, how about $100? And I said, yeah, that would be great. I actually picked up some more pieces. This was actually one of them that I picked up. And so it ended up coming out with everything to about 300. But like I said, I picked up pieces separately. So I would say I probably spent 150 on this huge box of jewelry. And so for my next unboxing, I'm going to go through that jewelry with you and let's see if we found any treasures or if it was a bust. Anyway, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Please leave me comments, guys. What did you like in the video? What pieces did you think were cool? Let me know in the comments. I'm looking to engage with you guys. If anybody has any questions, email me at lcthriftedjewelry@gmail.com. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.